Coach Jess Skinner captures her first piece of silverware as coach of the national side in this unbeaten Pac Champs campaign, conceding just 3 tries across the tournament. I guess coming into it, they were heavy favourites. What do you think she would be most satisfied about how they went about it this time round?
Yeah, I think they just had a real cool, calm composure about themselves, a real good confidence. They play so well as a team. I think she's done such a good job of bringing them together. Obviously, all the off-field dynamics, that plays a big role in how they play on the field. And I think she's done a really good job at bringing them together off it. And that just showed on the field today because they were at their best. 200
points the Jillaroos have scored across games this season, letting in just 16 in total. The depth and the strength of the side is very clear when you look at that performance, Corbin, and it's hard to just pick one standout player. Like, everybody performed to their very best.
Oh, absolutely. They all showed up today, and, you know, it's a team of stars, and they're consistent how they play as well. No one just plays one good game and then they don't perform the next week. They're consistently performing to the highest level, and, you know, I can't just pick one standout. I think across the board, they were all delivered in every position.
Yeah, Australia heavily feature in the nominees for the Golden Boot, and now you'd have to say after that win today, it will come from this Australian team, whoever receives that Golden Boot win. If you to try and decipher who that is, like, who stands out for you?
Oh, a few for me, definitely. Even though she missed last week's game, Tamika Upton, she has her hands on everything, especially in this international Jillaroos side. Julia Robinson, I think it's hard to go past her as well, just the way that she plays. She's obviously moved from the wing into the centres, and I think just the finesse that she plays with. And then Southwell, she's got to be up there as well. She's definitely got to be up for that Golden Boot nomination because she just has the ball on a string. She directs the play so well, and she's come as a real leader in this Jillaroos side.
Yeah. We're looking at these highlights, full-time highlights from the game, and it really was this first half where they did all the damage, wasn't it, Corbin?
Yeah, they came out of the gates very strong, the Jillaroos. The Kiwi Ferns, a few early errors, and the Jillaroos just know how to capitalise on that. We saw, you know, points from good ball area, opportunities down there, but they also are so good at turning the ball over from defence to attack. And, you know, Jakai Whitford, I thought she had an amazing game today, attacking and defence. She was solid, a couple try savers. Jessica Sturgis, we traditionally see her in the centres, in the wing, but today she just showed another side of her versatility in the back row, and she was over to get over for some points. The Kiwi Ferns, they didn't give up. They always showed what they are capable in little glimpses, and we saw some great attack and some great skill, but at the end of the day, yeah, the Jillaroos just far too strong. And it was Jessie Southwell, Tamika Upton, the names that we hear a lot. They're the ones that are directing the play and taking opportunities for themselves. Tamika Upton, she scores pretty much every game that she plays, and she just showed the real class that she possesses.
Kiwi Ferns, costly in the end, wasn't it, when they had a sin bin in either half? What's Ricky Henry really pondering on before next year's World Cup based on the campaign that they've had?
Yeah, well, you know, there's some really good signs, and if we look back to last week, a really tight battle against a strong Jillaroos. I think they've got some great young guns coming through. I know Lauatiti, she's a young girl that they've pulled straight into the side after her first year in the NRLW. There's a number of them in this Kiwi Ferns side that will continue to grow, and they'll learn a lot from this competition. Obviously, the Jillaroos are the best in the world, and I think there'll be a lot of learnings that they can take from it and build for the World Cup campaign next year.
Remembering that we also have another whole season before the World Cup next year. The Warriors are only going to strengthen the New Zealand side, and obviously the big aim is to close that gap that we have at the moment on the international stage. We mentioned Jessie Southwell. This is, I guess, very much a new era for the Jillaroos, seeing her make her debut this year in the halves for the Jillaroos. Looked really at home, didn't she, Corbin? I think across the 3 games, 6 try assists. A tough encounter in game 2, so she felt every bit of it probably against the Kiwi Ferns, but such an exciting time and potentially for many years ahead for the Jillaroos to have her looking really confident in that role and having such incredible chemistry very quickly with key attacking players like Tamika Upton.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Jessie Southwell, I think she is the future of the Jillaroos, and we see how she just slotted in beautifully in her debut Pac Champs. And I love how she worked with everyone. She didn't overplay at any point. She was able to link in when she needed to link. She took her opportunities. Her kicking game was second to none. So I think, yeah, the maturity that she showed throughout this Pacific Champs was very impressive for such a young lady.
Yep, and alongside her, of course, veteran Ali Brigginshaw, and we have Taryn Aiken, who will be on the return from her ACL in time for the World Cup. Sammy Bremner has been the busiest lady today. Sam, I'm sure, no doubt, incredibly proud of what you just saw from the Jillaroos, a complete performance and wrapping up another Pac Champs title.
It's exactly what we expected of the Jillaroos leading into the Pac Champs. It's, I think people got a bit excited last week when we seen another team come close to them, but it just goes to show why they are currently the best in the world, because they have such a skill set across the field, and everybody knows their role. When you watch them, everybody knows their role so well, and you've got the best in the world coming together. They don't overdo their hand. They just do what is expected of them, and you know, there's a little bit of temptation there when they play, because they're all fighting to keep their spots ahead of the World Cup. So the easy option, especially when you're a lot ahead in a game, is to tuck the ball, run, show everyone what you're made of, show how good you are on this stage. But they keep it together, they're building a legacy together, and it's just so great to watch.
Well, speaking of the big stage, let's head back to CommBank Stadium now for the official Pac Champs presentation.
I tell you what, how good was that? The Pacific Championship Cup final, an amazing game played here at CommBank Stadium, and a big round of applause, please, for both of our teams, the Kiwi Ferns and the Jillaroos. Big round of applause for both of our teams here today. There could only be one winner, and this year the winner for the 2025 Pacific Cup champion is the Jillaroos. I'm joined here today with the Honourable Peter Beattie AC, and also the NRL CEO Andrew Abdo, also joined with the Jillaroos coach Jessica Skinner. I'm now going to ask the player of the match, which we're going to present now. Only comes to one player who gets this opportunity. It's from the Jillaroos. It's number 2, Julie Robinson. Obviously, lots of players playing their physical and their hearts out today, but Julie really showed it with her tries that she made in that space as well. Would you like to say a few words?
No, I feel really honoured to be able to receive this award, but I wouldn't have done it without my beautiful team. There's so many incredible players from both the New Zealand team and from Jillaroos, so no, I feel really honoured. Thank you.
Big round of applause and thank you to Julie Robinson. We'd now like to ask the Kiwi Ferns captain, Georgia Hale, to please come forward and to say a few words.
On behalf of Racine and I, we just want to thank the entire organisation that have put together our Pacific Championship tournament. We love representing the Kiwi Ferns. We love playing international footy, and it's amazing that we can put out a product that we're so passionate about. To everybody under the New Zealand Rugby League umbrella, thank you for all your unconditional support. No ask is ever too big, and we're just so thankful that we get to represent you. To Jess, Ali and Kezi, the Jillaroos, congratulations on your win today. You were at your best, you were the benchmark, and we look forward to coming up against you girls again next year at the World Cup. To my girls, gosh, it's not really an easy speech to give, but you know, we may not have won today. We're going to turn our loss into a learning, but I think what we can take away is this year it's marked 30 years representing the Kiwi Ferns, which is amazing. So we've won in so many ways. Being able to remember the legacy that has gone before us, a rich Kiwi Ferns legacy, and in the near future we just hope to make all of our Kiwi Ferns that have ever worn this jersey as proud as possible. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Georgia. Thank you for those words. I'd now like to ask the co-captains from the Jillaroos to please come forward in Ali and also Kezi Apps, if you can come forward and say a few words.
But firstly, I'd like to thank, obviously, the Kiwi Ferns. We always love playing against you guys. What a wonderful showcase of Women's Rugby League. It's always physical, it's always a great game, and we just, obviously, it's always tough, but keep your heads up high. You're representing your country really proud. I also want to thank everybody for turning out today and coming to support the women's game. We appreciate all your support. Obviously, I'd always like to thank the Jillaroos, all the staff, everyone involved in getting us to where we are today. No ask is too hard, and we wouldn't be able to be at our best without all the support around us. Yeah, obviously, and Ali as well. Thanks for being a best co-captain.
And just a little shout out to Bella and the referees. I don't think you get much recognition after a game, so congratulations and thank you again.
Fantastic, congratulations. Kezi and Ali, don't go too far. You can't walk back there without the trophy. So to present the trophy to you, the Honourable Peter Beattie AC and Andrew O'Neill. Bring in the team, bring in the team.
Kenzie, can we have you right in the centre, please? Yeah,
As the Jillaroos celebrate, they maintain their position as this unstoppable force in Women's Rugby League, and they'll take favouritism, rightly so, into next year's World Cup. Julia Robinson, player of the match. Sammy, I asked Corbin earlier who her tip is for Golden Boot winner. Who have you got?
Julia Robinson. I mean, okay, there's a few, Yasmin Clydesdale's up there for me, but if I have to name one person, it's Julia Robinson. She's been consistent. We see her score tries, we see her contest the football, but she also is the person that eats up the metres to get her team up the other end of the field. So I just feel like the Jillaroos dynamic is completely different without the dynamics of Julia Robinson.
All right, well, that just about wraps up an enormous year on Fox League for Women's Rugby League. We couldn't have done it without these two. Sammy Bremner and Corbin Baxter, thank you for all your efforts, and on the field and in the commentary box. We can't wait to see Women's Rugby League thrive and shine again next year, and you'll be front and centre in that.